Hello everyone and welcome back to Why Not Tuesdays. So this past Saturday was the Charles Wesley Project gig here at the Schmidt Artist Lofts during the art crawl. It went well. We got cut short though. There was some scheduling and timing things that were a little off, and then they needed that room 30 minutes after we started. So we played 4 or 5 tunes and then got off real fast, but it went really well. It was really fun, and we may have lined up another gig or so out of that gig from somebody seeing us play. So more news on that once I know more. We have another show with the Charles Wesley Project next Saturday at the Skyway Theater in Minneapolis. So if you're in the area, come and check us out. It should be a sweet time. We'll get to play our whole set, so you'll get to hear the whole album. The musical is going well up in Osseo. We've had, I think, our first full week of shows. I had one night that, because of the Charles Wesley show, I had one night where I had a sub sit in for me this past Saturday, and everybody told me it went well, so that's good to hear. He'll also be subbing for me tomorrow, Wednesday, while I'm going and playing a church gig that I had already committed to, so that's great. Yeah, and it's just a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to continue to play that. As a business expenditure that I'm really excited about, I got a new printer. My old printer refused to print, to put ink on paper for the last year and a half, and I've just dealt with it. So with my students, I've been doing a lot of handwriting, all of their material, and then I have to copy it by hand. So every time a student needs something again, I've got to recreate it. So that's been a real hassle, but necessary. So I finally bought a new printer, and it's amazing. So now I am strictly creating things in the computer on Finale Notepad for right now, and I've created it once, which takes a little bit extra time, but I save it, and then I can just print off copies as students need them. So it's already proving to be very helpful and very nice. So I'm just excited about that. That's pretty cool. Last Tuesday, I started a new private student, the son of a bass player at one of the churches I play at. His name's Matt, and we had a great time. We sat down for a 45-minute lesson, just kind of introductory. He had a little bit of music experience before, but not much, so I taught him, notes, how to read, note duration. So why does this note take up more space than this note? Because that's kind of a hard concept to teach somebody on drum set, because the drum set is naturally staccato, which means we play the note, but we don't have a sustain like a piano or a guitar or a voice. So I took him through a worksheet where we sing, the note durations of whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, and eighth notes, so that he can understand, oh, that's why when I see this note I have to wait this long before playing the next one, blah, blah, blah. So we went through that. We went through some reading and some exercises. I got him up to reading and understanding 16th notes with quarter notes in just some simple reading exercises. He's holding his sticks real well. So he did a really good job. It was very productive for a 45-minute lesson, so I was very happy about that. I think he's got a lot of potential. It should be pretty cool. And he is going to be doing lessons every other week. So I don't have him for lesson today, but I will have him for lesson next Tuesday. So otherwise, there's not a whole lot from me. I'm going to be remaining busy for a while now with the musical, and then I've got Nick Stevens. I played for him with his original project last year or the year before, something like that, a CD release show. And now he is doing a fundraiser concert. Him and his wife are going to be taking a missions trip, and I really should know where they're going, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I want to say something like Central America or something like that. So he is putting on a benefit concert to help raise money for their trip to go down there and do that. So I think there's going to be 2 other bands, and then we're headlining and playing, a good solid hour of his original tunes, and I think 2 cover worship songs or something, 2 or 3, something like that. So that's going to be going on, and that's happening the last night of the musical. So it's end the musical, pack up all of the gear, throw it in the car, and drive like crazy to get down to Rosemount. So I'm going from Osseo down to Rosemount, St. Paul's right here. So it's this big, long trip. But yeah, it should turn out well. It'll be fun. I believe the practice rooms here are finally not under construction. They were putting some extra soundproofing in there, which means I can finally get back in the practice room and start practicing for that gig and church gigs and Alex's material and Wesley's material because we're playing again this Saturday. So I've got a lot of practicing to do the remainder of this week. So I'm going to get going. That's all that's happening in my world right now. I hope your world is wonderful and magnificent. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next week.